Feet hip-width distance apart. Bringing your breath into your practice. And we're going to stay mindful of all the moves that the body's making today, right? So it's not just like, okay, I'm in warrior one. It's the whole system of how are you getting there and what happens getting there and being there and coming out, all right? So the feet are hip-width distance apart. The shoulders are comfortable. Roll them a couple of times back and forward. Let's make sure they're happy. Smoothing out the breath. And go ahead and turn your palms forward. In Tadasana, we know this requests energy, and it also brings the shoulders into a nice alignment from that hunched over that we sometimes spend a lot of time in. Smoothing out the breath. So as you stand upright, you can start to follow the breath. What journey is it taking? Just notice. And then exhaling deeply through the nose. And as you inhale, notice, where is the breath traveling? And then exhale, soften. Inhale, deep, deep breath. Exhale, soften. And one more. So we're paying attention to this entire breath here. Deep. Where is it going in the body? And then a nice exhale to soften. So the same thing happens when we go from arms down to arms up, right? We tend to think, okay, we're here, now we're here. Let's follow the whole journey. So knees and hips soft. Turn your palms up. Inhale, float the arms up and follow that entire journey that your arms are taking. And then turn your palms out. Exhale, long and strong arms down by your side. Okay, and you guys have done this a lot of times before, so just take your journey, your pace, right? Excellent. We're going to bring the arms up one last time. So now the next time they come up, you hang out right here. Soften those shoulders. Welcome. We're just getting started. Interlace your fingers and let's turn the palms up toward the sky. If your shoulders want to ride up towards your ears here, just let your elbows be soft. Let the shoulders be away from the ears. Tilt to the left and look up to the right. And come center, tilt to the right, and turn your gaze up toward the left. Okay, we're keeping it simple. Tilt left, gaze right. Tilt right, gaze left. And once again, find your pace and notice everything that happens in between. It's not just we're going from upright to side. There's a lot of things that happen on the way over. And we started tilting left, gazing right, so the next time you tilt right and gaze left, consider yourself even, come back to center, and exhale, draw the arms down. Ooh, shake it out, release. That was a little wake up for my arms. How about yours? They're good. They're feeling it, right? Okay, so let's wake up the legs, hips, knees. Okay, we're going to let the knees and hips go back, arms up, and take it down. So it's just a nice, natural up and down movement here. Just releasing, breathing deeply. And once again, even though you're moving a little more quickly, stay connected to the whole journey that your body's taking right now. the next time you come up, stay here. Okay, take your feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Let those knees and hips be soft. And gently twist to the right. That left heel might decide to come up. It might decide to stay put. Gently twist to the left. So it's just up and gentle twist side to side. Yep. Nice natural movement. Your breath, your pace. We started out to the right, so whenever it comes around for you that you've gone left, come back to center, inhale, and draw your arms down by your side. So the feet are still slightly wider than hip width distance apart, and the knees and hips are slightly bent. Put your hands to your thighs. We're going to move into cats and cows, deepening as we go. So round forward, gaze towards your lap. And then arch your back, roll your shoulders back and down, shine your heart up. And again, arch and round. Now we're going to let the hands move more. So arch forward, and as you round, draw the hands up and back. Arch forward, maybe the hands don't even come to the legs this time. Open and arch, and maybe the arms start to come a little higher. So you see, we're just working through the cats and cows. You're looking for how the space in your body is working and working with that right now. Always in yoga, working with your space. And then start to back off, coming to those softer versions. Winding up finally with the hands to the thighs and just in a little forward tuck here and slowly roll up. And roll the shoulders back and down and shake it out. Okay, shake those legs out. All right, Becky, you have a strap and a block handy? Yes? Okay, all right, we're good either way. Come, that's fine. Come, I know you do your morning practices. Come to the top of your mat and breathe. Okay? So we've got the feet hip width distance apart. Mountain pose at the top of the mat. All right, so let's inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, nice long spine here as you swan dive from the hip creases. Don't round forward. Swan dive, hip creases. Hands to the thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward for a half lift. Bring your hands down and find your way to downward facing dog. So now we're coming into down dog. Remember, you can always do dog at the wall. And let's pedal the feet. Really give those feet a nice little massage here. Press one heel down and then the other. And then one heel stays down. And you switch sides, other heel, feel that nice stretch, and then both heels. All right, let's bring it down, knees to the mat. Okay, make sure your knees are happy and comfortable, as are your wrists. So the wrists could either be directly under the shoulders, they could be farther forward. Inhale and exhale. Everybody okay on hands and knees here? Okay. If seated is also good, I'll show you the option there. Okay, so we're going to go right leg, left arm here. Okay, and in seated, it's going to look more like this. Okay, take it down, left leg, right arm. Left leg goes to the hip, right arm goes by the ear. So we're staying engaged either way. All right, here we go. Right leg, left arm here. And now knee, elbow to knee, crunch and release. And do that 4 times. Same thing if you're down here. Crunch and release. Here you go. After your 4th time, hold it back for a moment. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hand and knee down. We'll do that on the other side, left leg, right arm, and elbow to knee, release. Elbow to knee, release. Elbow to knee, release. Elbow to knee, release, and hold. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left knee down. All right, so we're going to be coming into now a knee down plank. So walk your hands forward and bring the body forward here. Bring the body long. Inhale and exhale. And start bringing your hips back towards your heels gently, forward and back. Forward and back. Extend through the spine, through the hips here. All right, and then find your way to downward facing dog. So we're back in dog here. Inhale and exhale. Remember, your dog could be at the wall. We're going to take the right leg up to hip height here. Take your gaze just in between your hands. Inhale and exhale. And draw your right knee to your right elbow. Woo! And take the right leg back. You could do it with the knee down also. Right knee to right elbow and back. Whichever one, knee to elbow and back. Knee to elbow and back. Bring it down. Bring the knees down. And just come forward and back a few times to release everything. Good. I'm going to check it out this time. Come into your downward facing dog. Or if you know that you're going to want to keep your right knee down, keep your right knee down. Left leg up. Elbow to knee. Left elbow to left knee. Left elbow to left knee. Yeah, you could also do it this way. There you go. Left elbow to left knee. One more time. Bring it back. So now you're in down dog, or you might already be in table. We're going to bring both knees down from down dog, but make sure they get to the mat at the same time. So lots of control here. Down you go, and sit off to the side, legs straight. Give the legs a nice little crazy shake here. Shake it out. All right, whose core woke up just now? Yeah? Okay. Tell your core, it's the middle of the week, it's almost the middle of the day, time to wake up, right? All righty. So let's do a nice little hip release here. We'll do a rock the baby with the left leg straight, left foot flexed, right knee bends. Hold your right foot in your left hand and hold on to your right leg with your right hand. Remember, for this, we want the leg to move side to side, not the torso. So we're doing a nice little rock the baby. Now, your right hip might be a little more open, and maybe you want to deepen this. Bring the leg closer. Put the foot in the elbow. Certainly not required. It's just staying in touch with your body, what's going on, and what feels best to you. Notice, keep in mind, how did that right side feel? Because it's going to be a quiz at the end. All right, here we go. Right ankle across the left thigh, hands back, and bring that left foot in just until it reaches the floor and your right foot flexes, and you're taking your legs side to side. There's a journey here too, isn't there? We're not just, oh, the foot's at the right, the legs at the foot's at the left, the legs at the right. It's a journey side to side. So if for paying closer attention, you want to slow it down a bit, feel free to do that. Now let your right foot come all the way over to the right. And remember, if this hip is hiked up on the right, you can just take your foot and put it, this is your right foot, in front of your left shin. So now you're sitting more evenly. Left hand to the right shin. Right arm up and back. Inhale, lengthen. Without using this left hand, As a matter of fact, just release the leg for a moment. Twist a little more. Now you can put your left hand gently back on your right leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze towards your right shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze toward the left. There's another journey, the neck. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze toward the right. And come center, and release, shake it out. All right, let's try it on the left. That right leg is long, toes and the knee pointing straight up, left foot in the right hand. Now, if this is causing you issues and you're not happy, you could always just put a strap around your foot to lengthen your arms. And then when you're ready, you take your left leg side to side. And remember, maybe this hip is a little more open and you want to extend, draw the leg closer, or put your left foot in the crook of your right elbow. If it causes you to fold forward funny or stop moving, then you know you've gone to the wrong place for you right now. So just keep going back and forth. Left ankle above the right knee. Draw that right foot in. Flex the left foot and just go side to side. Take this journey and just stay focused on what is happening in your body right now. Okay, the left foot comes all the way to the right and stays there. Notice how the left hip feels. Okay, now if your left buttock is hiked, bring your left foot in front of your right shin instead so you can sit. Okay, the right hand's on the left shin, left arm's up and back. With lots of length in the spine, always release the right hand from the left leg and gently twist. Now you can put your right hand back on your left leg. Inhale and turn your gaze to the left. On your next exhale, turn your gaze to the right. And turn your gaze to the left. Now release, unwind, give your legs a crazy shake. Are you ready for your quiz? Did you have a side that felt tighter than the other? One hip felt tighter than the other? You're going to rock the baby on that side a second time. If you felt perfectly even, you'll go half the time we spend on the right, half on the left, and I'll tell you when it's half time. Okay, so everybody have either one leg that was tighter, one hip. You're going to just do the rock the baby again on that side. Go ahead and begin. And if you're staying on one side, stay there. But if you're switching to the other side, this would be the time to switch. And then bring both legs straight. Give them a nice little crazy shake here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so from here, we're going to do some bridging. Okay, I want to open up the shoulders and the spine. Okay, before we move into the bridge though, come into any comfortable position, seated position here. Inhale and exhale. Sit up nice and tall, so your legs might be crossed or they might be straight. Hands to the heart, exhale. Inhale, draw your arms up toward the sky. Exhale, bring your hands, either clasp them behind you or put them on your hips. Roll your shoulder blades toward each other and shine your heart up to the sky. Let the head just follow the chest. Don't try and drop your head back. Open those shoulders, good. and release, shake it out. Okay, bend both knees and slowly roll down. Okay, the feet are hip-width distance apart. If you have a block, go ahead and put it in between your thighs. This is going to keep the knees from rolling out. If you don't have a block, just envision a block in between your thighs and apply that kind of isometric tension there that you would require to keep the block where it is. Bend at the elbows. Your upper arms are close to your rib cage. Bend at the elbows and point your fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, and then as you inhale, rock your pelvis. As you start to lift your hips, squeeze the glutes. Don't drop your real or imaginary block. And then slowly place the spine down on the mat. One vertebra at a time, lengthening as you go. Okay, we're coming back up. Bridge. So we have these upper arms on the mat. You can use them to help you lift a little higher. Squeeze the glutes. Put space in between your shoulder blades and slowly roll down, extending the spine as you go. All right, now remove your block, real or imaginary, set it off to the side, and just focus on keeping those legs stable, just as though the block were still there, and roll up. So it doesn't matter really how high your bridge goes. What matters is the quality. But if you want to walk your heels more towards you a little bit so you get a little more lift, you're welcome to do that. Take your shoulder blades a little more toward each other here. And then put space in between your shoulder blades and slowly roll down. All right, nice. Inhale and exhale. We're going to extend both legs and both arms long. And then draw the right leg in. Hold on. You might have your shin or your hamstring. You might even bend your left leg if it's asking for that. Extend the right leg, both arms overhead. Draw the left leg in. Hold on. And extend, and now draw both legs in, holding shins or hamstrings, and rock side to side. Call this Wednesday Wake Up for the Spine. When you're ready, come to hands and knees. We're going to take the arms way forward of the shoulders and come into a knee down plank. Remember, you could be at the wall doing this also, right? Knee down plank. Now let's go ahead and do a push-up, down, up, hips toward the heels. Knee down plank, push-up, hips to heels. Knee down plank, push-up, hips to heels, and one last time, push up, and then coming into your child's pose, big toes together, knees wide apart. Arms are long and forward, the forehead is connected to something. And you could also be bringing your arms back if that feels better to you. Yes, and then getting ready to come to downward facing dog, observing that entire journey that you go through coming from child's pose to downward facing dog. How is that? Inhale and exhale. Find 4 points of balance. Remember, your dog can be done at the wall. It could also be a table. Inhale and exhale. And then take your journey, feet to the hands, however you want that to be this morning. And hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward. Exhale into a forward fold, and then float the arms out and up, palms touch. Observe the hands as they come from above, and exhaling them to heart center. Good. And release, shake it out. All right. We have to get at least one sun salutation in, right? So let's do it. Okay, so top of your mat, mountain pose. Float the arms up, inhale. We're going to swan dive from the hip creases, long spine, right? The hands might be high, they might be low, but the spine is long. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward. Exhale the hands down. Now step back into lunge with your right leg back and just move around in your lunge. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then find a plank, knees up or down. However you get there, observe your journey this morning, knees up or down. Journey into chaturanga, bending at the elbows. You might be at a wall and you just bend your elbows until you come closer to the wall. All right, here we go. Little cobra here, hands are under the shoulders. Gazes toward the mat, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Shine your heart forward. We're not throwing the head back, we're just shining the heart forward. Lift the hands and release. Now lift your hands first and come into cobra. Yeah. And release. And take your journey to downward facing dog. All right. So from here, you could do this from dog, and if it gets a little more intense than you want, you could bring your left knee down. Take your right leg up and draw the leg out to the right side and back. Out to the right, it stays at hip height, out and back. It's a very strong muscular move, out and back. Take the right leg back and then take your journey, feet to the hands. Yep, when you get to the top of the mat, your typical standard half lift, forward fold. Now observe as you feel the lower part of your body super heavy, upper part super light, float the arms out and up, palms touch, and we note the journey of the hands as they come to the heart. Other side, take it up. Swan dive. Yeah. Do your half lift. Hands come to the mat. This time we go left leg back into the lunge, hanging out here. Feeling the deliciousness in the hip, the front hip when you do this. And then find your way to plank. Knees up or down. And you chaturanga. Remember, if you start wobbling in your chaturanga, time to bring the knees down. Okay, so we're going to lift into that hands-free cobra and take the elbows closer to the waist, lifting higher and release. Now take your feet mat width distance apart. So the legs are a little wider here. Come into hands-free cobra. See if you feel a difference with your legs wider, and release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Once again, we're going to be taking the left leg up and out to the side. You're welcome to bring your right knee down. Left leg hip height, out to the left and back. Out to the left and back. To the left and back, to the left and back. Last time to the left and back behind you, and then start your journey to your hands. When you get there, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up. Staying aware, staying connected, and coming back into mountain pose. So in mountain pose, we think a lot about our feet. So let's just close the eyes and see what the feet are doing right now. How are they? Inhale and exhale. When you close your eyes, do you feel any movement? Are you standing just plain in space? It's just observation, right? We're not making a judgment here. Inhale and exhale. Woo, and shake it out. So you guys have been working hard. Let's do a little 5-pointed star to moonflower. We're going to take the legs out wide and the toes off to the side. Arms up, 5-pointed star. Knees over toes, moonflower. Down and up. And keep going. We want to come straight down. Yes, down and up. It's a nice familiar journey, so just observe what's going on. Anything happening in the feet? Hips, inner thighs, neck. Next time you come into your moonflower, stay here, and then just lift your right heel, bring it down. Lift your left heel, bring it down. Lift both heels and sit a little deeper. If you start to feel your ankles wobble, bring your feet down, it's fine. Bring your feet down and lift into 5-pointed star. We're going to go moonflower with the heels lifted down and up. You can either go right then left or doubles. Down and up. Down and up. 1 heel or 2 heels each time. Nice. And the next time you come into your moonflower with your heels, 1 or 2 heels lifted, just sit deep. Bring the heels down. Come into 5-pointed star. All right, a nice little sunburst here. So we won't be forward folding. We'll be bending the knees out over the toes. Cross right arm in front of left. Inhale, up and release. Left arm in front of right. Inhale, up and release. And just keep going. Follow your journey once again. We started with the right arm in front, so the next time your left arm is in front, you'll be even whenever that comes around for you. Come back to standing, and then just heel toe or hop your legs together and shake it out. All right, everybody has a strap now, right? So grab your strap, put it near your mat if it's not already. I took my mat, took my straps to Cub Run, so I'm going to use an elastic band, which is all, oh, I see, yep, elastic band is also fine. Just keep it here, come to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Scan your body, see if anything is asking to wiggle or move around. And then come back to mountain pose. Softening the breath, float the arms up, inhale. And a nice swan dive here. 1 final half lift, shining the heart forward, hands down, and we're stepping back to down dog. If you've had it with down dog for the day, just come into table. And we're going to let the hips go side to side, whether you're in down dog or table. Let your hips go side to side, and down dog, the knees will participate. And then everybody, knees down, sit off to the side. Take your legs forward. And let's find seated mountain pose. We've talked a lot about concentration and focus. Let's do a hand position that helps with that. All right, so the legs are straight, but we want to be a little comfortable here, so we can just focus on the hand position. This is the Dhyana Mudra. Left palm up, right palm rests on top, thumbs are touching. Always keep your spine long so your breath can move. Focus, concentration. And in this position, if your mind starts to wander, you can press your thumbs together. Bring the focus and concentration back. And then when you're ready, ease up. Okay, release your hands gently, blink your eyes open, bend your knees, and slowly roll down. Okay, so we're going to take that strap, bring the right knee in, and wrap the strap around the ball of the right foot. Inhale and exhale, your left knee is bent. We're holding on to one end in each hand, the right foot is flexed. Breathe into that hamstring and see if those toes are willing, the right toes, to come a little farther back. Just a little farther back. And then release. We're going to put both ends of the strap in the right hand. Take your left arm out at shoulder height. Okay, so some of you are already saying, oh yeah, this is Supta Padangusthasana. And let's take that right leg open to the right. Your arm is there to help brace you so your leg doesn't feel like it's floating in space, and your inner thighs don't feel like there's too much tension on them. Breathe. Now it's tempting to pull the leg back up using the arms, but we're going to use the leg muscles to get the leg back up. Yeah, not the arms. And then put both ends of the strap in your left hand. Take your right arm out to the side. This left knee is still bent. The first thing we're going to do is just take that right leg past the belly button to the left. So the hips are still grounded. We're getting a beautiful stretch in the outer thigh here, IT band. And then let that right leg continue to come over as far as it wants. This time the right hip lifts and you're in a twist. And you take your gaze toward your right fingertips. You might prefer to straighten your left leg, or it can stay bent. And then draw the right leg back up. One end of the strap in each hand, flex the foot, and encourage those toes to come a little farther back. Not tugging, just breathing. Go ahead and bend your right knee, bring both feet to the mat, and gently open and close the knees. Is everybody good to go? Raise one foot and wiggle at me if you're good to go for the other side. If you have questions, okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and strap around the ball of the left foot. Left foot is flexed. Encourage those toes gently. Put both ends of the strap in your left hand, right arm out to the side, open to the left, just to where you're comfortable. Draw your left leg back to center. Put both ends of the strap in your right hand, left arm out to the side, and just let that left leg come just across, just past the belly button. You really want to feel that IT band release here. And now you can let that left leg come even more to the right. Turn your gaze towards your left fingertips for a full-blown twist. Come back to center. One end of the strap in each hand, and with the left foot flexed, just float those toes a little farther back. Bend your knee, release. Put the strap aside, 2 feet to the mat, knees gently open and close. Okay, you can either have your hands down by your side or sit on your hands just to draw your knees up enough so that we can work the ankles. Point and flex, and circle the ankles one direction and the other. Little ankle love, and then go ahead and bring the feet down, hands by your side, about 6 or so inches from the hips. Open and close and wiggle those fingers. And then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. We'll give the head a couple of more turns side to side just to make sure the neck is happy. And coming back to center, putting the body in a nice comfortable position from which it doesn't feel like it needs to move at all. The legs are bent or straight, knees are bent or the legs are straight. Find yourself in a super relaxing position. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose and slowly release yourself onto the earth as you move into final relaxation. Begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long, arms long, legs long. Exhale. Draw the legs in, give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And as you're ready, come back to a nice, easy seat. Okay, so hands to heart center as you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.